Lockport Game of the Week, brought to you by the Lockport Sports Production Team, the Lockport Community Cable Commission, and Jones Intercable 10. This evening we are at the Urban Sports Park Complex in the town of Lockport for the Monday evening championship game in the playoff tournament. This is Norm Palmer bringing you all the action this evening, and working with me for his rookie debut in the Lockport area, Mr. Earl Little Jr. Good evening, Earl.
Good evening, Norm, and thank you.
Tremendous ball game in line this evening. We have watched the playoffs coming up through the pre-quarters right up through this championship game, and I think we are in for a treat.
Yep.
Evenson, who has played tremendous ball so far in this tournament, against the league champion Libation Station. Some comments before we get into the game.
Yes, as we noted earlier, Evenson has been playing some tremendous ball. This is, I believe, their fourth game here. They've come from the pre-quarterfinals all the way up to the championship game. They've done it with great defense, tremendous speed, and getting out early and in front of their opponents. As you just stated, Libation Station is 13-1 during the regular season. They're a regular season champion, and they're an excellent team as well. So this should be a tremendous league championship game.
Leading off for Evenson in the top of the first inning, the shortstop, number 23, Dan Bowers. Now, as we said, we have covered this tournament all the way through from the beginning, and in our estimation, Danny Bowers so far for Evenson is the MVP. Let's see what he does against the champions. And Libation Station has a pitcher in Benji Blumen that, if you notice, when he pitches, he backs up to make the plays, and that is a tremendous strain on him throughout the game rather than just standing there and pitch the ball. He gives the fifth infielder in the field.
That's right. That's exactly why he does back up. He becomes the middle fielder, as you would say, between the shortstop and the second baseman, and that helps cut down on the base hits up the middle.
Left fielder, number 5, Lance Wiegand. Pounds a hit. And there goes Mr. Speed into third, Danny Bowers. Smoke coming off them spikes.
He can just run. I think they just wind him up and let him go because he can fly.
Evenson just never ceases to amaze me. Every game they have come out in the first inning, their first 2 or 3 batters pound the ball, they get the early jump on the opponent, and the opponent cannot catch up.
I think that's why they call themselves the Evenson All-Stars.
Right center fielder, number 22, Paul Liberto. Men on the corners, first and third. Half of the first. Evenson threatening right out of the chute. Championship game, 1989.
There you go, all right.
Monday night league tournament for the playoffs.
This is for all the marbles. If I could take from an old cliche.
Benji Blumen looking good early. A shot up the middle. Gonna score one. Moving Wiegand over to third. No play. Beautiful start for Evenson, the way they started their other games. No outs. Men on second and third.
Nothing new. Nothing new. I guess we expected this from Evenson, just coming out smoking right from the start. This is a quick. This team. They don't need a wake-up call. They're right from first pitch of the game. They're off and running.
A shot to third, hard to handle. A lot of speed. Pulled his foot. He pulled his foot. The throw was in time. The stretch was long.
Norm, he tried to make one of those pro plays where they get the throw and they take their foot off the base. Almost as the throw gets there, but the umpire was right on top of that and saw that right away.
The catcher, number 12, Rick Evenson, the sponsor's son. What a star he could be here, pounding in 3 runs with a long hit.
Hit hard, you know where you're going. Last hand.
Excellent pitch, about an inch behind the plate. There is an 18-inch rule behind the plate it has to hit. Going for the sacrifice. Deep right field. It's going to score one. Evenson, the first out of the inning, gets himself a sacrifice. Second run in this first inning for Evenson.
Come on, Camper.
There is a 60-minute time limit in most of these games, but this being a championship game, it has been waived for this game. There is no time limit in this game. We will play 7 innings, no matter how long it takes. Third baseman, number 13, Dan Kaplan.
Hey, all right. Come on, Junior. Squeeze it. Squeeze it. All right. Run it.
Pops it out of play. Over to the first baseman.
First baseman made a very nice play there. He had to judge the fence and the ball at the same time, and he came over the ball, did a nice job.
Now up second baseman, number 4, Tom Shea.
Then again, you expect that from these players playing in the league championship game.
Yes, they have not had a cakewalk to get here. They played some very, very difficult teams.
The pitch, right there. Another one, Ben, another one. Okay, all right, in a corner.
Fly ball into left center. Picked up for the third out by the left center fielder. After Evenson jumped in, tapped 2-0.
Now it's Libation Station's turn to come up in the bottom of the first to see what they got. Once again, though, Evenson jumped out to that early lead. Their trademark. I think we would have had them. Been doing it for the previous 3 games and doing it again here in the league championship game, Norm.
Well, you don't get to beat league champions in 13-1 without being able to hit the ball. So I think we're going to have a hitting exhibition here in this championship game this evening. We already know what Evenson can do. Now we'll see Libation for the first time this evening.
Let's light it up. Let's light it up.
That's right. Whoever wins this is going to be the league champion, as we stated, and they're going to receive a beautiful trophy.
Playoff champion.
Playoff champion, that's right. Excuse me, and they're going to see.
They did win the league championship already, from what I understand.
Right, right. As I stated in one of the earlier games, teams can come from way back. I saw one of the Sunday after Sunday night leagues. One team was 7-7 in the regular season, but won the playoff championship. So slow pitch softball, anything can happen.
Leading off, the left center fielder for Libation Station, Mike Drescher.
I like to move into my shot.
He pulls one down the left field line. Could be trouble, and it drifts foul by about a foot.
He tried to take advantage of the left fielder moving over because he was a left-handed batter and almost got himself a double there.
Another powerful built little man.
I think
A lot of power on both of these teams.
I was going to say, I think these teams stack up.
We know one thing, they lift weights.
Good eye, good eye.
Count is 1-1. Pulls it to the same shot, base hit. And the left fielder misplays it. Gonna score. Got a lot of speed. He was on with a single and it turned out to be a run. Tough start. Defensively, I think that's about the second error is all we've seen out of Evenson out of all these playoff games that we have covered here.
He didn't get his glove down, Norm. Simple as that. He thought the ball was going to hop up to him. The ball just rolled right underneath his legs and went all the way to the fence.
Left fielder, Mike Greco.
Mike.
2-1. Bottom of the first inning.
Mike.
Shot down first, just foul. Past the first baseman. I have a feeling that we are going to see some line shots in this game. No rainbows in this one.
That's right. I see Libation Station has their silver bullet T-shirts on, I think, from yesterday.
From this weekend, yes. From this last weekend, yeah.
From this last weekend, excuse me. And they look like they're confident. You know, they got down a couple runs down there. They look like they know they can come back.
Fly ball, going deep. Deep into center. Right center fielder moves over for the first out of the inning. You know, the trademark of Evenson is to force the opponents to fly out early. And this is only the second batter, but it looks like he had line shots, and they have very quick wrists on this team. The catcher, Mike Campbell. Good pitch.
Come on now.
By Dimitrov.
Wait deep. All those are way deep. Duke, don't even swing at those, buddy. Way deep. I don't want to throw to you a junior hack like that.
There's 3 more baseballs in this town. I don't know.
They are waiting on him.
I'm serious.
They're talking that they need base runners. Fly ball going for the fence. It's going deep, going deep. He dropped it right at the fence. He goes in with 3. A tough play. They can really put that ball. They're looking for the fences. It looks like to me this even that's 2 that is very, very deep.
It sure is. That one was about 298, 299, right up against the fence. I think the right fielder just kind of misjudged it because he knew it was near the fence. Didn't go after it strong, and as a result, it ended up as a triple.
First baseman, Mark Schraven. This is a big team, physically. These boys do eat their Wheaties in the morning.
Yes, they do.
He's going for the fence. That could be gone. That is the first one this evening. Over the right field fence. Mark Schraven, 310-foot blast.
Yeah, as soon as he hit that one, he knew it was gone.
Libation jumps on top, 3-2. The first time that Evenson has been behind in the playoffs. The right fielder, Mike Heck.
Man, come on now, hit it hard.
Let's go back to the batter up.
A blast up the middle, base hit for Mike.
Nice job.
I just had to backtrack for a minute, Norm. That was a pretty big shot there. As soon as he hit it, you knew it was out of here. On a line shot, no less, too. He really got all of his weight into that ball there.
Third baseman, Rick Mariano.
Come on, Rick.
Well, for all the folks that did not have a chance to make it out here to Urban Sports Park this weekend, this reminds me of the game that I had the privilege of being the public announcer for, and that was the Steele's Silver Bullets. Came in here this weekend, and they put on an exhibition of putting the ball over the fence like you wouldn't believe. 42 or 43 home runs in 2 games, exhibition games. They only went 5 innings. It was a 20-run mercy rule. And they stood 6'3" and averaged 240 pounds. And as you can see, Libation so far has very meaty people up to the plate. So they're going to play for the fence this evening. So Evenson are going to get their first taste of real big hitters.
That's right. And with the Evenson pitcher, I believe it's
Dave Dimitrov, right. He, because of the 12-foot arc, you know, the ball's coming flat to these guys, or at least it looks like it anyway, and they're really teeing off on it. A little break in the action here with a couple of foul balls and a couple hit out of play. We had to call upon a couple new balls to keep the game moving. 3-2. Bottom of the first inning, Libation Station on top with that big 2-run blast by Mark Schraven. Mike Heck on first base, Rick Mariano at the plate. Libation is the league champions. Got that beautiful trophy that you saw. Play at second. Nice play by Dan Kaplan. Solid third baseman for Evenson. Plays really deep. It's got a cannon for an arm.
Because of that, he can afford to play deep because he knows he has the arm to get the ball over to either second or first base.
That's the second out of the inning. Evenson is a solid defensive team, so I think we're in for a thrilling championship game. Another whap. Out of play. Into the wooded area in the back. 300 and some plus feet.
Well, we're seeing that Libation Station can hit the ball.
Base hit. Caught Danny Bard cheating for the first time tonight. He went up the middle. He thought he was going to play the middle, and he didn't. Hold it right to the Danny's right side. Left side facing the shortstop for a base hit.
You're up in a check. Come on, Russ. Whitey, 1 chair. Let's go now. Come on, Rick. Got 2 on you, Rick.
Now up for Libation, Russ Moreland. Force play at second, retires the side.
Well, Evenson held Libation Station to 3 runs. Could have been a lot worse.
Score after 1 complete inning of play. Libation Station 3, Evenson 2.
Now, like you mentioned earlier, Norm, it's going to be a very good game because both teams can hit. So we may see a high-scoring affair for this league championship game.
And the time limit being lifted for the championship game. So we might be here for a while. I think that's the only way to do it for a championship game. Let the players decide the game rather than the clock.
That's right, that's right. In any sport, any team sport, or any sport, you know, let the individual or the team decide the fate of who's going to win it all. You hate to see a referee or an umpire's call decide the game or the time.
And we might want to add, while we have just a short break here, while the batter comes up to home plate, there is a fall season coming up. I think you have the information on that. Earl, tell us about this fall season. This is not the end of softball here at Urban Park.
No, it isn't, Norm. In about 2 weeks, end of August, first week of September, they'll have 5 weeks of doubleheaders here. Different leagues each night, Monday through Sunday, and it'll be the first fall softball season here at the Urban Sports Complex. And teams are now urged to sign up right now. They can do so by getting in touch with Kevin Walkowski, who is the league director here at the Urban Sports Complex.
Left center fielder now up, number 10, Tom Liberto. Now, Kevin will be here during the daytime, right? They can call during the day at the complex or in the evening and get a hold of someone here to find out if they have room for him to get in. Shot. Base hit. Off the wall. Going for 2. He's in for 3. They're waving him home. Tying run. A blast by Tom Liberto in the park. Home run after it hits the fence and the left fielder boots it.
He went for a sliding catch on that, and he kind of hit the fence and hit him and just shot away from him towards the left fielder. But by that time, the left fielder was already over there trying to catch the ball as well, and that was an easy inside the park home run.
Designated hitter, 0, Dick Wiegand. Look at that, Russ James. 3-3, top of the second inning. They played him shallow and they played him right to the center fielder.
He kind of cheated in that one, Norm. He was taking a couple steps towards the infield as he was hitting that ball, so he played that perfectly, and therefore it was an easy out.
Now batting the first baseman, number 6, Dominic Liberto. In the last game in the semifinals, Liberto went 3 for 3, so we can look for some solid base hits out of Dominic. He is the third brother of the Liberto brothers playing on Evenson. There is Paul and Tom, all very good ball players. You know, that's a tough pitch for Blumen to throw and then back up like he does to cover the field. Into the second baseman. He boots it. A blast. Didn't get the glove out in front of him, Earl.
That's right. He didn't get the glove out in front of him. Again, he let the ball play him instead of him playing the ball. Therefore, it took that short in-between hop, and he bobbled it 2 or 3 times, and that enabled him to get down to first base easily.
1 out. Base runner on first, Dominic Liberto. Now off the right fielder, Paul Gugino. Hits a shot. The right side of the infield, could be 2, over to second for 1. Then Gugino's got it beat out and tagged.
Good play, Junior, good play. All right, Ben?
2 down. Gugino on first.
Good.
Now up, shortstop, Danny Bowers. Danny hits a pop fly to left. The routine retires the side. After 1 1/2 innings of play, 3 all tied.
This just handed to me, Norm. Anytime anybody hits a home run here at the Urban Sports Park, they get it's good for 1 free pitcher of soda or a beer here. So,
well, that sounds like a deal.
That's right. 1989 season, I guess, courtesy of Mr. Urban.
You and I wouldn't have to worry about that. We're base hit hitters, you know.
That's true. Maybe I get Mr. Urban to get every time you get a base hit, you get a free.
For the little guys.
For the
guys under 5'9", right? Well, speaking of little guys, we have a large type guy that just walked in here. I'd like to get his opinion of this last weekend. He was the home plate umpire for the Steel's Silver Bullet games, both of them, where we saw all the home runs. Mr. Phil Smith. Good evening, Phil.
How you doing? How are you?
Comments on the weekend's games with the Silver Bullets. It's just absolutely a crowd pleaser. How was it from behind the plate?
Well, they're an outstanding team. They're considered one of the best teams in the country, and anytime you can bring a team of that caliber into the area, it's obviously going to be very beneficial for the local ball players.
You know, you're a big fella. You go probably, I'd take a guess, around 250 plus, and yet with those guys, you were sort of like average or less out there. The catcher that you were standing behind went in 305 pounds. They were giant of men, weren't they?
They were a pretty good bunch of people. They're awfully big and awfully talented.
Thank you very much. Phil Smith, the umpire for the Silver Bullet game. A blast going towards center field. A nice play caught by the right center fielder, Paul Liberto. Excellent play. That was Chuck Swank leading off the bottom of the second inning.
I noticed, Norm, that the outfield looks a little sleeper out there. Like the dew seems to be setting in out here, and the players are doing a little slipping and sliding out there in the outfield.
Now batting the shortstop, Steve Ulmer. Called strike. Dave Dimitrov really powering that ball. Oh, first bad play we've seen throughout this whole tournament by the third baseman, Danny Kaplan. He is a solid third baseman, too. Thought he had it. Must have just taken his eyes off for a second.
Exactly what I was going to say, Norm. I think he thought he had it, didn't even look it into his glove, and as a ball player, you can easily make that mistake. I guess it was too easy for him, in other words.
Back to the top of the order. Left center fielder, Mike Drescher. Mike scored the first run of the game for Libation Station. He looks like he might be a weightlifter. Big upper body on him. A lot of power. And he pops one up towards the left center. No tag.
You could tell that he was going towards left field again, the way he took that stance and swung late in the ball, but he just popped it up instead of hitting that nice line drive.
Left fielder Mike Greco. He flew out to the right center fielder in the first inning. Libation did put 8 players to the plate in that first inning.
So this is their second time through the batting order already, and we're only in the bottom of the second.
And Evenson is back to their normal play where they're forcing the hitters to hit fly balls now. In the hole. Tough play. Going to score a run from second. Good blast by Mike Greco. Base hit. RBI. That puts Libation back on top. 4-3 in the bottom of the second inning. 2 down. Now coming up to catcher Mike Campbell. He got on with an error on the right fielder in the first inning.
Another big guy. They do have some big guys on Libation Station.
A lot of power. A lot of long ball hitters. As you were reading it there, Mr. Urban better get a few more passes for the soda and the beer this evening, I think, because it looked like these boys can really put it out. He's going for the fence. I think it's
That's
gone.
out of here. That's out of here.
Get the passes ready. Mr. Urban just put a smile on his face. Two-run homer for Mike Campbell.
Norm, with the arc ball only being 12 feet, they can sit back and wait for that ball to come down and really tee off on it. You could see that pitch was was flatter than normal. It wasn't a 12-foot arc, and they can really sit back there and put the 200-plus pounds into it. And
so what you're saying is if Dave makes a mistake and throws that flat 6-foot pitch, he's in trouble.
He's in big trouble, and with probably 4 to 5 guys out of the lineup, he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Okay, the man that hit the first home run this evening, Mark Schraven. He's second time up in 2 innings. Hits a line shot, base hit, past the second baseman. Libation Station, tremendous hitters, the top of the order anyhow, the first 4 batters.
I can see why, Norm, they were 13-1 during the regular season.
Yes, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe their coach said that one was a forfeit. The one they forfeited one game, it was something about at the wrong place, the wrong time, or whatever. They went to the wrong field, and they lost that one game on a forfeit. Looks like another one going over the center. That's gone about 305, 306 feet.
Libation Station just ripping into these pitches, and they can really pound it. We're seeing a fair exhibition of home run hitting right here ourselves tonight.
You cannot play any defense against that ball. It is just gone. I have 8 runs. The scoreboard says 7. We'll have to check it.
Come on, let's go!
It is up to 8 now. We are getting our own version of the Silver Bullets here this evening.
That's right.
Western New York zone, Libation Station.
What is that, the 3rd home run they've hit
3
so far?
home runs.
3 home runs in 2 innings. At that rate, we're going to see about 14 home runs in 7 innings.
And that's going up towards the lights and just misses.
You're in front of it.
And we have Mr. Urban in our sight. He is sitting at our table running the clock now, and he just saw dollar signs on that one as it went up there for them beautiful lights that we have here. As you can see on the screen of your televisions, it is very late in the evening here at Urban Park, pitch black, and the lights makes it look like daylight. More candle power than at Pilot Field. A blast should be caught into left center field. For the 3rd out. All that action happened with 2 outs, too, Earl.
Yes, in slow pitch softball, anything can happen. With 1 out, with 2 outs, last inning, beginning of the game, and when they scored 5 runs with 2 outs.
Looks like you are not going to be able to do that against Libation Station. I mean,
No.
You get 2 outs, you better get that 3rd. Score after 2 complete innings of play, Libation Station 8, Evenson 3.
Well, I think this is the first time since we've been covering the Evenson All-Stars that they've been behind this. So we're gonna see what kind of team they really are now, but see if they can come back here.
They do not have the home run hitting power that Libation has, but they do have the base hitting power, and they have the speed on the bases. So once they get on, they can steal and they can advance on their sacrifices. But I'll tell you, from what I've seen so far in the first 2 innings from Libation, they don't want to stay even. They want to get ahead.
That's right. And
because it looks like the top of the order of Libation can put it out whenever they feel like it. The top 4, we thought the top 4, now we're down to the top 5 hitters can really pound the ball. Leading off for Evenson in the top of the 3rd inning, it is the left fielder, number 5, Lance Wiegand.
Well, the game is still early, so Everson's just got to stay within their game. Just keep getting the base hits and using his speed and aggressive base running.
Base hit, right side. That's the second baseman. Well, as I was going to say, as he pounded that out, they played very good teams. And they beat them with their offense. The other teams only made a couple errors that we saw in the previous games that we've covered this week here at the sports complex. And they can hit the ball. Their base hits will carry them, even though they won't get the runs as quickly as Libation, they will still get them. Right center fielder, number 22, Paul Liberto.
Wheel up here now. Okay, and the black.
2 on the plate, 2-0. Well, he called 1-1. He called the first one a strike. I thought that was 2 plates myself. Hit to the shortstop for 1.
All right. Right, Steve.
Dealer's choice.
Nice pick out there, Stevie boy. Be smart, Russ.
First out of the inning. We are in the top of the 3rd. The pitcher, number 14, Dave Dimitrov.
When you told me on your focus, I do it.
Good pitch by Benji Blumen. Benji has that style after his release. He plays the 5th infielder, fly ball to the 3rd baseman. Piece of cake.
That ball was in fair territory, too, so if he had dropped it, he would have been safe at first. Or would have been running at 1st and 2nd, excuse me.
2 down. Man on first, Paul Alberto. The batter now, the catcher, number 12, Rick Evenson.
All right, let's go now. One more. Come on, Rick, get a base hit. Keep it going here. Come on. Come on, Red, let's go.
Rick wears his hat backwards for that extra speed, that aerodynamics. Shot up the middle. Good play by Blumen. Retires to the side. 1-3.
Libation looking very good out there defensively, and we see what they can do with the bats, and they're looking good out there in their field. So Evenson's in for a tough game.
After 2 1/2 innings of play, Libation 8, Evenson 3. It looks like it is going to be a championship game of top quality right down to the last out. I think Evenson has met a team, well, they've played them all season, you know, in the regular season, and Libation is the league champion, so they knew what they were up against when they come in here. Another thing, Libation is a little fresher. I believe they had a bye this evening.
Right, they had a bye all the way to this game.
Well, they didn't have to play in after the first game then?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't have to play. They just waited to see who they would play in the championship game, and it ended up to be Evenson, who had to play 3 or 4 games on the way up to the championship game.
Okay.
Come on, Blue!
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning for Libation Station, the pitcher, Benji Blumen. Time limit has been lifted for this game. Shot at the shortstop, base hit.
Work it, Ben! Go! Come on!
I believe, Norm, that's the second time he's done that to Dan Bowers. Dan's cheated towards up the middle, and he's hit it right past him into left field.
Yeah, he grounded out to the 3rd baseman last time.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Excuse
3rd
me.
baseman squeezed over and covered in the spot. 2nd baseman, Russ Moreland. Blumen on first. Bottom of the 3rd inning.
Now, Russ, give it a ride. Yeah, now let's go. A lot of those. Good job, Benji. Way to jump on that pitch. Good job. Go, Dave. Bring it in.
Base hit. In the hole in between left and left center. Extra bases.
Watch the 3. Watch.
Blumen will score from first. It's going in for 3. There's going to be a play. Throw was on the backside of the base. What a hitting exhibition we're seeing this evening from Libation Station.
Russ Moreland there did kind of a half slide going into 3rd. I think he wanted to get down, and then he didn't, and almost pulled himself off the bag there, but still, nevertheless, still a triple.
Right center fielder, Chuck Frank. No outs. The bats in this whole order looks like are very, very strong. If they don't put it over the fence, they put it in play. The score is up to 9-3. Libation in the lead. Looked like a good pitch. It just dropped outside. Dave Dimitrov tried the peak of the 12-foot arc, and it did not work. Good pitch. In behind the plate.
You got in the way of the first base.
Line shot to the 2nd baseman. Sam Shea.
Libation hits the ball hard, Norm. They really put some aluminum, as you will, on the bat, on the ball.
There you go. Quick wrist, very quick wrist, and powerful upper bodies. Shortstop, Dave Ulmer. Got on an error in the 1st inning. Top fly should be caught, left center fielder. Nice play all the way. Sacrifice fly, scores a man from 3rd. 2nd run this inning for Libation. It's up to 10-3. But as we've said in the past, 7 runs is not a whole lot in slow pitch.
No, it isn't. And we're going to this being the bottom of the 3rd. There's a long way to go.
Back up to the top of the order, left center fielder Mike Dressler. Batting for the 3rd time in 3 innings. He's enjoying himself on the top of the order.
Come on, Greg.
Pulled it again.
Mike.
Retires the side. Flies it out to left fielder. Come on, score. After 3 complete innings of play, Libation Station at 10, Evenson 3.
So while we have a minute here, Norm, I'd just like to tell the fans there's a rating system being instituted in with the playoff system here. As the teams are getting rated, so next year's leagues will be more balanced here. So Mr. Urban and the Sportsplex here, they're going to rate all the teams through each playoff system, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so forth, and the teams will be put in maybe shifted different leagues next year, so we have a more balanced league in each of the leagues. And the awards party for each of the leagues, the teams that play, well, we really have to get into that. That's more for the team members than for the audience out there. But
very good. That sounds like something that you don't get in other leagues in Western New York. Very good balance maybe next year out here to the bar.
Right. They're going to make it a lot more competitive next year.
Top of the 4th inning, Evenson's leadoff batter, third baseman number 13, Dan Kaplan. Pops it up. Left center fielder calling for it. Nice play out there by Mike Dressler.
Just want to mention, this is the first year that the Urban Sports Complex has been in use, and you know, we're going to expect bigger and better things in the summer season of 1990. They're really going to have this league in operation and in full swing.
Fly ball, could be trouble. Base hit by Tom Shea.
He made a nice play, and that just came up a little short there. The ball did hit his glove, but it did fall in for a base hit.
Well, Evenson has fallen into the trap that the other teams did early rounds of this tournament, where they were flying out instead of getting their base hits, because they have been living on their speed on the bases, and they haven't been getting on the bases to show their speed. Left center fielder now, number 10, Tom Liberto. Shea on first, 1 down. Top the 4th inning. 10-3 Libation. Tommy wanted that one, but it was outside. Base hit. Into right. Right center made a good play on it, but he come up short. We're going to score a run all the way from first base. There's that speed we talked about, Tom Shea. You know, even though they're ahead 10-4, they don't want to boot that ball like that or try to make that spectacular play, because I'll tell you, this Evenson team will run the bases on you all night.
That's right. They'll take 2 extra bases on you, not just 1. They'll take 2, and as we just saw there, they'll come all the way home on a simple ground ball to right center. He came from first all the way home.
And he shouldn't have been past second.
That's right.
DH, number 0, Dick Wiegand. Wiegand had a very good tournament. Pops in another base hit. They got the numbers now. There's another trying to make a spectacular play. They're going to score another run. There goes Wiegand hauling into third. The senior man on Evenson. You can hear the crowd in the background. They love the old boy. The senior man. Dad Wiegand, they call him. He is Lance's dad, the left fielder. That's his first base hit of this game, but he went 2 for 3 in a previous game. Good, solid DH hitter.
I'll tell you what, Norm, that was perfectly placed.
Right. Punched the ball nice, easy swing.
And off this grass, it's a little slick out there, and that ball bounced, skidded, went right to the fence.
First baseman, number 6, Dominic Liberto. Oh, it takes a bad hop. He's got a chance to beat it. He does. Another run. Evenson coming alive in at the top of the 4th inning. They score 3 with 1 down. Liberto gets in with a bad hop. Must have hit a stone or something, because this field's in excellent condition.
Speaking of excellent condition, we have a grounds crew out here day and night, so this field is probably the best kept field in Western New York. In fact, I know it is, because I do work on these fields as well.
What a lead-in. What a straight man there. Oh, tremendous. Fly ball. Doesn't look good. That was Gugino. Flies out to the left center fielder with a lot of range out there. That's Drescher. They don't need that. They needed base hits.
Middle.
Here he is again, Norm.
Danny Bauer. Been a little quiet in this game. Danny has been one of the mainstays of this team. He hits a shot to the right side of the field. It's booted again by the second baseman. But he got him by about a half a step. Danny, with that speed, tried to beat it. Well, back in the ball game now. Score. After 3 1/2 innings of play, Libation Station 10, Evenson 6.
Well, Evenson, they better hope now that the guys coming up the bat don't start jacking out of the ballpark again. I think those guys are coming back up, the ones who hit the home runs before. So they're in the ball game now. They got to keep themselves in the ball game now. Maybe a little bit more arc or try to jam them or throw it outside, but they got to do something different to keep this ball in the park instead of flying out of here.
Well, I was just going to make a comment along that line. It's not like fast pitch. It's not like baseball. You can't throw them a bad pitch. I mean, there's not a bad pitch in slow pitch, really. You can throw it inside, but you can step back and still pound it as far if you want to. The only thing you can do is, like you said, you mentioned the arc. They can cheat. They can put it over the 12 feet, but it's not a cheat. It's just a... no, that is not the softball, folks. That is the moon. Beautiful shot of the moon by our cameraman, Mr. Dan Dietrich.
On a beautiful night here for softball. As you mentioned before, late evening, but we're enjoying ourselves.
Bottom of the 4th, left fielder Mike Greco. Right back to the pitcher. It's what they need. They need a big defensive inning.
Man's turn. Let's jump on him now. Come on.
That's right. That's the easiest way to get it out. Hit it right back to the pitcher.
As you said, this is the meat, and we'll call it the meat of the order. The big fellas, the 200, will be conservative, 15-plus pounds on each of these top 4 or 5 hitters we have here. Campbell up now, Mike Campbell. He's scored 2 runs. He had the 2-run homer early in the 2nd inning.
Come on now. Take yours and drive it.
Right inside. You could hear it in the background if the microphone could pick it up. They said jam him in the inside on the wrist so he don't get the fat part of that bat. He's straight up in the air. Danny Bauer, the shortstop, moving under it.
I noticed he was pitching a little differently that time than he did the previous at bat. The first pitch he gave a little bit more arc, and then he did throw one inside. And that one he didn't get a hold of. Smart pitching. Smart pitching.
Another home run hitter. The big fella, first baseman, Mark Schraven. Intentional. They're walking the big fellas. We have another home run hitter behind Mark. Right fielder, Mike Hack. 2 down. They're going to pitch to Hack, and Hack's put one out of the park this evening.
Walk one home run hitter to get to another.
I think I'd walk one more man myself. Got to put men on first and second. He went up to the yard. Could be gone.
Get going, get going, get going, get going.
That's his 2nd one this evening.
They got burned.
Yes, I don't know who called the decision, but in my eyes, I'd have walked one more man. If you're going to walk one, you walk the 2nd one, because both of them can put it out of the park.
That's true, that's true.
I talked to Mike in pregame. He was one of the all-stars that played against the Silver Bullets this weekend, and he says, you didn't say anything bad on the television about me and my performance against the Silver Bullets. I said, we couldn't say much bad about anybody because I don't think you guys showed up. They were here, but they were sitting watching the balls go over the fence.
I heard the score was something like 40-2.
Yeah, 40-2. The first game was 33-0.
Oh, yeah. Ooh.
And there is Dan Kaplan redeeming himself on a tremendous line drive to his right side.
That's one of the reasons why he plays deep. If he was playing a normal third base position, he wouldn't have caught that, but he was out in the outfield grass and he made a nice play.
Time's running out on Evenson. They can't get 3 and give 2. This is not like checkers or mumbly pegs or any of those games. You know, if you're going to give away, I mean, if you're going to get them, you can't give them away.
That's true, that's true. What's this, bottom of the 4th now?
Top of the 5th inning. Score is Libation Station 12, Evenson 6. We have us a ball game, folks, championship style out here to the Urban Sports Park Complex.
Let's go, 1, 2, 3.
The championship game of the playoffs for the Monday Night League at Urban. Leading off, Evenson in the top of the 5th. Left fielder, number 5, Lance Wigan.
Not too shallow, pal. Yeah. All right.
I think the fans showing their disapproval, but it was a good call by the ump. He was out.
Just got a little inside information here. The big fella, Mr. Hack, was using one of the Steele's Silver Bullets bats that Mr. Phil Smith had given him to use this evening. One of the new bats. Urban Sports Park carries Steele's equipment. You can come out to the pro shop anytime during the day. The pro shop's open. Base hit up the middle. Paul Liberto pounding the ball big this evening for Evenson.
Yes, the pro shop is open from 10 to 10 daily. So come out there and get bats, balls, gloves, grips. We have them out there for you.
The pitcher, number 14, Dave Dimitrov. We might tell the fans that we're very lucky to see Dave playing in this game. He took a terrible line drive shot in the midsection earlier in a contest this evening, the semifinal. It's a base hit. On the left side of the infield, there's that speed going to pay off again. I just don't understand that Libation should know that Evenson has the tremendous speed, and yet they're trying to make those spectacular plays in the field. Maybe they think their bats are going to carry them.
Well, if they don't watch themselves, it'll be 12-8 here, and then it could be 12-10 and so forth and so on. And Evenson hasn't given up. They played they played 3 good games to get here, and they're a good, solid team. So Libation Station can't take them lightly.
The catcher, number 12, Rick Evenson. Men on second and third. 1 out.
There you go, there you go.
Top of the 5th inning. We play 7 innings.
I call them a friggin' home run.
He loads him up. Throws a walk. Gonna see some action. Danny Kaplan. Danny has wanted the ball real bad tonight. He is a powerful built little fella. He's flown out to the first baseman and the left center fielder. Now if he can hold his emotions down and get a nice solid base hit, he can get his team back in here. And he puts one into second base, and the second baseman boots it. That's a 3rd error on the second baseman this evening.
That was a hard shot there. He went over it, and again, that ball took a funny bounce and almost, I think it hit him up somewhere in the upper section of the chest or in the face area.
First run in the 5th inning for Evenson. The score is up to 12-7. Bases.
And with the bases still loaded, Norm, could be 12-10. And with 1 or 2 hits here, it could be 12-10, and Evenson will be right back in this game.
Second baseman, number 4, Tom Shea. Tom got a base hit in the 4th inning. He gets one here, he can score a couple of runs, and he pops one up. Could be trouble, it's going to drop in. Oh, tremendous play by the shortstop.
That was a tremendous play.
Steve Ulmer, backwards, inside out, almost upside down, reaches up and he pulls it out of the air. I thought it was going to drop in for sure.
I thought it was going to drop in too. Showed a lot of range.
We'll keep that in mind because that could be the ball game right there. We'll have to circle that play. Bases loaded, saved 1, possibly 2 runs. Left center fielder, Tom Liberto. 2 trips to the plate, a home run, and a single. They need him now. Bases loaded. He'd get his team right back in the ballgame. Big Tom had a very good tournament. He puts one in the hole. Base hit's going to score 2. Scores 2, Liberto. 3 for 3 this evening.
Well, now, Norm, it's 12-9. Evenson right back in this game.
Well, we knew they weren't going to roll over and play dead. That's for sure. Just a matter if they can hold down those big bats. That change, or that walk the first man, big man, and pitch to the second one, they'd be right even ball game just about now.
That's right.
Now, up to bat, the designated hitter, Dick Wiggin. Dick was on with a single in the 4th inning. The bats coming alive for Evenson now. Oh, and he pops one up to the shortstop. He knew he took a bad swing at that one. Score, after 4 1/2 innings of play, Libation Station 12, Evenson 9.
Evenson coming with, what, 6 big runs that inning?
3 this inning,
that's
3
right.
last inning.
Excuse me, that's right. So 6 in the last 2 innings.
Right.
I knew I had 6 in there somewhere. They're right back in at 12-9, so it's only the top of the
Bottom of the 5th.
bottom of the 5th. So they still got 2 more cracks at it here, so anything can happen. Again, we keep harping on it, but in slow pitch, 3 runs is nothing.
You are watching slow pitch softball at Urban Sports Park Complex. Norm Palmer, Earl Little Jr. back at Urban Sports Park for the bottom of the 5th inning. The leadoff batter for this inning, the pitcher Benji Blumen, gets on with a single. Benji's second hit for his second trip at the plate. Second baseman Russ Moreland, that's his 3rd trip to the plate. Sorry, missed the first inning there. Evenson, in order to stay in this ball game, has to shut him down defensively this time, Earl, because if they let him score any runs now, I don't think they're going to get it back. You know, they have to shut him down without a run. They haven't done it so far. Could be trouble. Nobody called it. The old simple routine when you're a little guy playing Little League Baseball. That's one thing they teach you to call it out there. The left center fielder come in.
He should have been in left field.
Shortstop went out. Left fielder come over, and they all looked at each other.
That's right. It should have been, I think it should have been a left center fielder's ball myself. He should have taken charge, just yelled off, said, I got it, and everybody cleared out of his way and let him run and make the catch.
Right center fielder, Chuck Schwank. I don't want to say anything, but 2 more batters, and we're back up to the home run hitters again.
Which means trouble. Trouble. Big trouble.
We better get double play here if you're an Evenson fan. Nice pitch by Dimitrov. We got runners on 1st and 2nd, no outs. Shot up the right side. Nice play by the first baseman, a base hit. We're going to score 1, maybe 2. Holds him up. Blumen scores from 2nd, moves Moreland over to 3rd. Schwank is on with a base hit. Bat coming alive again.
And like I mentioned in the previous contest, whenever you make a big play out in the field, it always seems like you come up the bat the next time around, and there he is.
Runners at the corners. Steve Ulmer, the man of the hour in the 5th inning, that helped put the fire out with that tremendous over-the-shoulder, backwards, upside-down catch on shortstop.
And you described it so beautifully with the way he was turned and almost fell and was backwards over the wrong shoulder and still made a nice catch.
And yet he held the runner on 3rd base, had enough presence of mind to get back up off the ground after he hit it to wheel it in home to hold the player on 3rd.
All right, anyway.
Bases loaded, looking for the forced play now.
Now,
Leadoff batter Mike Dreschler. Bases loaded.
I believe it's his 4th time in the 4th time at bat in his only 5th inning.
4th time in 5 innings, absolutely correct. 13-9 to score. Libation Station ahead. Championship game. Monday night.
Let's go now.
Softball at Urban Park. Good luck. Mike thought it was a little high. Pounds a shot in the right, going to score 2. Good play by the right fielder. That's just going into 2nd. He gets it safely. You cannot stop this Libation Station team from scoring. It doesn't look like to me.
Like you said last inning, Evenson gets 3, but they're giving up 2 or 3 as well.
Well, they've given up 3 so far, and possibly more than that, because here they come. 1 more batter. The home run hitters will be up to the plate. We don't have any outs. Bottom of 5. 15-9. The batter is the left fielder, Mike Greco. Mike powers a shot towards 2nd. There's that bounce again. There's 1 spot out there on 2nd base that has taken a tremendous hop if you hit it. 2 more scores. 2 RBIs for Greco.
We'll see now, Norm, if they walk him or if they're going to pitch to him.
Well, I don't see where they can walk him this time. They don't have any outs. They're scoring a ton of runs. They're going to be out of this ball game very, very shortly. I can see why Libation Station is the league champs. Very powerful at the bat.
Let's go, Sue. Come on now. Park one.
Maybe they should have played the Silver Bullets.
Yes, that would have been a challenge. That would have been a challenge.
The way these guys are hitting the ball and putting it over the fence, that might have been more of a game.
Hey.
Could be gone.
Knock him down.
Caught by the right fielder. Nice play. He is hurt. I don't know if he hit the fence, the ball, his knee. That is Paul Gugino out in right. He's getting up very, very slow.
He hit that ball a long way on the line drive. He got the ball up in the air. That was definitely out of here, but it was not up high enough. Here comes the big man, wearing some type of protective sliding gear, it looks like there.
They call him Junior. First baseman, Mark Schwaben. Base hit. In the gap. Right center. Going to score a run. He goes in for a double, standing up.
That's the biggest junior that I've seen. That's the biggest junior that I've seen.
Awful big dude to be called Junior.
That's right. About 230 pounds of junior.
Here he comes. 2 home runs in the last 2 times at bat. Another big fella. Right fielder, Mike Hack. I think he's making up for this weekend.
Yes.
Of course, when you go up against the Silver Bullets, a lot of pressure. They're the world champions. They hold a home run record. Base hit. In the gap, right center. They don't hit it over the fence, they hit it in the gap.
Even with 4 outfielders, they're still getting doubles with those shots up the middle like that.
Well, I'm an optimist in life, but I would like to say that it does not look good right now for Evenson.
No, it does not. Unless they can get about 20 runs in the next inning, it doesn't look good at all.
Third baseman, Rick Mariano. Shot in the hole in between third and short. Going to score the big man from second. That comes across the plate for his 3rd run of the night. Marino gets on with a base hit. They have batted around in the 5th inning.
At this rate, Norm, we're going to be here. The 60-minute limit.
Tomorrow.
Till tomorrow, right? And that 60. If there was a time limit, we might have approached it because these guys are really pounding the ball.
Yes, they are.
They've been up, what, 20 minutes already? 15, 20 minutes, and only 1 out? I believe, isn't this his 2nd time around this inning?
This is right. They batted around. Like I said, this is Blumen, leadoff batter in this inning. It is 20-9.
Yeah! Bench. We'll never get nice backup, too. Never get you. Let's try.
Base hit. Line chat.
That was a tough one for the first baseman. That kind of took a short hop at him, and then it seemed the ball to the right side of the infield seems to be taking some very bad hops over there.
The shortstop made a tough play. Had to flip it over for the 4th, and he couldn't flip it.
Come on, Chuck. All right, Bobby.
Right center fielder, Chuck Schwank.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Doesn't look like there's any quit in Libation.
They are one powerful ball club at the plate.
Everybody's hitting, Chuck. Everybody's hitting. Come on, Chuck. Come on, Chuckles. Come out here. Let's go.
Called strike. They need a double play here to get out of this thing. They're not going to get it. The base hit the right. Going to score 2.
Nice shot, Bobby.
Moreland goes to 3rd.
You could be at the microphone.
It is a batting barrage. by Libation Station in the 5th inning.
That's right. I think the manager, which is also the third base coach, just made a player change there. Seeing the score is 22-9.
Second time up this inning for Steve Ulmer.
Come on, Stevie, let's go now.
He hits to the right side. Second baseman boots it. I do believe they have lost their zap. This is their 4th game of the tournament. And the first time they have been behind, Sloan being stepped on a little bit at the same time. They're losing a little bit of their composure on defense. They haven't made this many errors. I don't think they made 2 errors in the entire tournament.
That's true, no, they haven't, and they do look a little listless out there right now. The competitive fire, the competitive edge is not with them at the moment.
Runners at the corners, 1st and 3rd. He walks him, he loads it up.
All right, Joe, all right.
Bad. Extremely disastrous. 5th inning for Evenson.
JR, what do you say now?
I think Libation just made a player change. I think they call him JR.
Drive it on the infield, JR.
Bases are loaded. 1 down, 23-9. Libation pouring it on in the 5th inning. Fly ball to left center. To get a sacrifice out of it. Scores a run.
All right, JR. So you can't get hurt. We got nobody to put in.
That is the 2nd out is all of the 5th inning.
You can't limp now. We got nobody to put in. Where is it? Huh?
Run scores.
Super, come on.
Ulmer stays at 2nd. And you say they called him JR? He's at 1st, or yeah, no, that's a substitute for Dressler. He's taking a break. Catcher, Mike Campbell. He has a home run this evening. He flew out to the shortstop and flew out to the right fielder.
He might be switching him around there.
Going for the fence. And it's dropped. Tough play by the right center fielder.
Come on, Greco.
Ullman comes trotting home.
And trotting is the key word. Just nice, easy pace to home plate. And that was a tough play. The right center fielder had his glove on, and it just seemed to hit his glove and pop out. Would have got him out of this disastrous 5th inning, like you said.
2 more batters, and they bat around twice. Right now they have 16 batters up in the 5th inning.
The meat, and I underscore meat, of the order is up once again.
He is warming up right in front of us, as you could see in the camera, and it sounded like a helicopter propeller. Believe me, the man has some power. 1 home run so far. Base hits, Mark Schraven. He's looking for the fence.
I think that's out of here.
It's gone. The 2nd home run of the evening. Mark Schraven.
Yes, Norm, they definitely should have played Steels when Steels was in town. After what, the 5th or 6th home run of the evening?
That's the 5th. 5th home run of the evening out of the park this evening for Libation Station. The league champions, and we can see why. Mike Hack has 2 home runs and another base hit. Hack is 4 for 5, 3 for 4 with a walk. He grounded out the 3rd. Believe it or not, they are batting around for the 2nd, 3rd, heading for the 3rd time.
And they've just tripled Evenson score.
Rick Marino.
If we had the mercy rule, Norm, this game would be over. after the bottom half of this inning. Or, no, the game would be over right now because it is the bottom half of the 5th inning.
No, I messed up somewhere. We have Hack on first. Marino is now up, right? Marino gets the base hit. Lumen led off the inning to start with. Now that is the last batter right there of the inning. We have Hack over to second base.
Never say enough.
Benji Blumen's up. Playable.
I believe for the 3rd time of this inning he's up.
3rd time of this inning. That finishes the 5th inning.
Mercifully.
Yes. A total of I got 16 innings, 16 runs. I give one too many, 15 runs. There's 27. As they said, you could hear them if you could pick it up with the mic. They're joking about it over there. Yeah, that's the first bad inning they've had in the tournament. That is the truth. That was a bad inning. Now,
runs.
let's see what Evenson is made out of.
Yes, Evenson down only by 18. Well, for all you really optimistic people, they need a major miracle now to get back in this game.
Leading off the top of the 6th inning for Evenson will be Dominic Liberto, very solid hitter. It's a dribbler to second baseman, going to be a tough play. He beats him out. They're keeping the game in perspective. Their sense of humor is coming into play now. They're talking about their rally.
Yeah, I heard something mentioned about the rally caps. Norm, that's when they all put the hats on, I think inside out and backwards. If they rally back into this game, I don't know if I'll believe it.
Right fielder, Paul Gugino. Second baseman having a tough play. 2 men in. You can hear them. They're up to the top of the order now, the shortstop, Danny Bowers. Danny hasn't had a base hit in this game yet, but he has tremendous power for a little man. Put it out to the fence in the semifinal game. An error on the shortstop, error on the left fielder. The rally has started. We could be here till tomorrow morning. Gugino pulls up kind of sore. He is the gentleman that had the play out there in right field when he got a little bit dinged up. 2 scores, no outs.
Uh-oh, Norm, I don't know.
Bowers gets on with an error.
I don't know, Norm. 27-11. Anything can happen in slow pitch. Anything can happen in slow pitch softball.
Left fielder, number 5, Lance Wiggin. Wiggin pops one up, should be caught. It's going to the left center fielder. It is caught. There's a tag. They make the play at second, and Danny's over to third.
Very quickly, I might add.
Yes, yes, that is Mr. Wheels Incorporated there. 1 down, top of the 6th. Right center fielder, number 22, Paul Liberto. Line drive to the shortstop, Mr. Ulmer. Played very well over at short this evening. The pitcher, Dave Dimitrov, had a tough 5th inning out there on the mound. Watched a few of them go over the fence. You see the looks on the faces from Libation, and you'd swear that they're behind. Young fellas.
At least Evenson's keeping it light over there.
Yes, yes,
they're having
ready.
a good time.
They've got everybody's putting their hats on now. They didn't have hats to start with. They figured that might be their good luck charm. What did you call it? You called it the rally hat.
Rally hat.
The rally hats. They have them on. Classics, all of them. Some of their previous competitors still back here enjoying themselves, giving them a little encouragement along the way. Top fly going for the fence. He dropped it. Another run scores. Beller comes trotting into home. 3 runs in this 5th inning. 2 down. Their catcher, number 12, Rick Evenson.
Again, that slippery outfielder there caused him to lose his footing, and he couldn't get underneath that ball like he wanted to.
For all of you folks that are enjoying this game this evening and you're looking on your screens and see the darkness out back, it is, believe it or not, past midnight. And we are still here enjoying ourselves, watching this exhibition of fast pitch. The first baseman was blocked by the runner. Still put the mitt up. Saved his face, I think, from getting splattered all over the place.
That's right.
Nice play by the big fella, Mark Schraven.
Both players shielded their faces, the runner and the first baseman, but he still came up with a nice play.
Yeah. Comes to the next over there.
5 1/2 innings of play. Libation Station 27, Evenson 12. I did not really expect to see this exhibition in the championship game. I knew the bats would be alive, but I figured that the defense might be a little better, but I'm surprised that they're putting out that many.
That's right. They are really putting them out. Again, with that arc not being as high as some other leagues, these guys are really just sitting back and teeing off. Plus, they look like they play a little softball along the way there through the years. Big boys who play a lot of ball. Half this team could be playing for the Buffalo Bills the way this some of the
to be very truthful, Earl, I'll tell you, I hope it's a quick 2 innings. I hope they take a little mercy. 5 o'clock in the morning comes early.
Speaking of tomorrow, I might just have to think of something why not to go in too early.
Fly ball going to left center. That was Russ Moreland. Rick Evenson, sponsor of the team, keeping it in proportion. He took his fast cap off and he has his rally cap on. It's different than his fast cap. His fast cap was the one he had on backwards when he was running the bases with authority. But you know, the game faces that Libation has on, I think they're serious out here tonight. I don't know, you can't prove much more of a point than they've done. They've won the championship. They're ahead 27-12. As you said, 2 innings against these guys, I think, is a little bit far-fetched at this point.
That's true.
Because Evenson is not home run hitters. Evenson are base hitters, and they've been doing a tremendous job early. Schrank draws a walk. Gets a smile from the pitcher. Shortstop, Steve Ulmer, who has had a tremendous game at shortstop with 2 just sensational plays over there.
I think Norm should use one of those personal days tomorrow. Maybe I should too. Why am I laughing? I think I'll use one myself. Oh, Evenson keeping it light, having a good time out here.
Dimitrov said that's the same pitch I put there in the last time, and you call it a ball. Base hit out to deep right field. Then Swank over to third.
I think Libation looking for some more runs here, Norm.
Yes, we're getting up around that time of the lineup. Dressler is, well, that is not Dressler. I did not get the name of the sub. They did not bring it over. He's been up once in the 5th. Could be trouble. Might drop. It does. And they get the force. They get the force at second. Ulmer does not have the speed that Bowers has on the other team.
No, but Elmer kind of gave up on that. He kind of thought the ball was caught. He stopped running, and so it was an easy play for Danny to get over there and tag second base.
They did score a run on it. We have to give. Well, we got to give it an E. Could be the inning. Left fielder should make the catch. That was.
Oh, I think we had a player change there. I think Danny Bowers was out in left field instead of shortstop.
Was he?
Yes, he was. He's the one that made the catch. Oh, my mistake there, ladies and gentlemen. I thought he was still playing shortstop, but he was out there in left field.
1 run scored in the 6th inning. 28 for Libation. 12 for Evenson. This is it. The top of the 7th. They need a 16 to tie. 17 to go ahead. Anything less than that, and it's history. Libation Station, the league champions, and we can see why this evening. The big fella's putting the ball out of the park. 5 home runs this evening out of the park. That is 5 free beverages, the pitchers of their choice. Pop or beer. Leading off for Evenson, the top of the 7th. Tremendous third baseman, Dan Kaplan. They are, as you said, they're keeping it in perspective. Hits a line shot to short, hard to handle. Ooh, just got him by about a half a foot. Nice play by Steve Ulmer. You can hear the lightness over there now. Get the lead out there. They are so used to beating them out.
Well, Evenson fans, you can take heart that looks like they'll come in second place in the playoffs here after finishing third in the regular season. Not too bad for coming from the pre-quarterfinal bracket.
And they moved Ulmer over to third. He still makes the play. They switched positions out there. They're having a lot of fun. Steve Ulmer.
Like you
looks like he might be the elder statesman of Libation. He just sort of taking it easy out there, making the plays look easy.
That's right. And well, Evenson, like I said, they can take heart. They had a good playoff here. They just came up against a buzzsaw in Libation.
The big man at the bat, Tommy Liberto, bats 1,000 for the championship game. He's 4 for 4. Here he comes, the designated hitter, and what a spot for him to be in. 2 out. The rally has started. Dick Wigan now up.
On the back of his jersey it says the 10th man.
Yeah. Number 0. He has earned it through the years. A lot of slow pitch behind him. A lot of experience. He'll wait for that good one. It is 1-1. 2 down. A shot past the shortstop. An error on the left center. And Liberto is hauling for home. Wigan is hauling. He's going to come in. Wigan, a home run on errors. The DH. What a big smile on his face. Dick Wigan. He is the elder statesman of Evenson, and he is having a ball out here tonight. You know, all kidding aside, he has played a tremendous game at the plate for Evenson.
Yes, he has. All through the whole playoff system, he has one heck of a playoff system. He's been on base a lot, played a good defense out there in the field.
He's been the DH. He's just been hitting the ball. Another base hit. Ooh, I think the umpire wanted to get it over with tonight. That was a close call.
That was a close play. That was a close play.
Championship game. The winners of the league, the winners of the playoff tournament from Williamsville, Libation Station. Final score 28-14. You have been watching Championship Softball on Jones Intercable 10. This is Norm Palmer saying goodnight for Earl Little Jr., the Lockport Community Cable Commission, and Jones Intercable 10. Have a safe evening.